Have you ever wondered why people can keep a secret for years, but the moment they hear an interesting story about someone else, they suddenly feel an irresistible urge to share it? Imagine discovering that one of the oldest human instincts isn't hunting, building, or even speaking. It might actually be gossiping. Every day, millions of conversations around the world revolve around people who aren't even present. We criticize them, admire them, speculate about them, and pass their stories from one person to another. But why? Is gossip simply a bad habit, or is it something much deeper, something that has been woven into human psychology for thousands of years? What if the very behavior we often condemn is one of the hidden reasons our ancestors survived? Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll never hear a rumor or participate in one the same way again. At first glance, gossip seems pointless. It wastes time, damages reputations, and often spreads information that isn't even true. Yet despite knowing all of this, nearly everyone engages in it at some point. Researchers have found that a surprisingly large portion of everyday conversations involve discussing other people. This isn't because humans are naturally malicious. Instead, our brains evolved to pay close attention to social information. Thousands of years ago, understanding who could be trusted, who was dangerous, who shared resources, and who broke social rules could literally determine whether someone survived. Long before newspapers, television, or social media existed, gossip was society's information network. Think about living in a small, prehistoric tribe. There are no written records, no police, and no internet. The only way to know whether someone is honest or selfish is by listening to the experiences of others. If one hunter repeatedly refuses to share food, or another member constantly lies, hearing those stories protects everyone else. In this sense, gossip became a survival tool rather than simple entertainment. It allowed communities to identify trustworthy individuals and avoid potential threats without experiencing the danger firsthand. But survival isn't the only reason gossip feels satisfying. Neuroscientists believe our brains reward us when we exchange valuable social information. Sharing news often creates a sense of connection. When two people discuss someone else, they frequently experience stronger feelings of belonging with each other. It's almost like an invisible social contract. By exchanging information, they reinforce trust and create emotional bonds. This explains why gossip often appears during lunch breaks, family dinners, classrooms, or workplace conversations. The discussion itself isn't always the goal. The relationship between the people talking often matters even more. Interestingly, not all gossip is negative. Many people immediately associate gossip with rumors or insults, but positive gossip exists as well. We talk about someone's incredible success, kindness, generosity, or unexpected achievements. We recommend reliable co-workers, praise talented artists, and celebrate inspiring individuals. Positive gossip spreads reputations just as effectively as negative gossip. In many cases, hearing about someone's good character encourages cooperation and builds stronger communities. Gossip, therefore, isn't automatically destructive. Its impact depends entirely on the intention behind the conversation and the truthfulness of the information being shared. However, there is a darker side that explains why harmful gossip spreads so quickly. Human attention naturally gravitates toward surprises, scandals, and potential threats. Our brains are designed to notice unusual events because they might contain important survival information. Hearing that someone donated money to charity is pleasant, but hearing that a respected person committed a shocking betrayal immediately captures attention. This isn't necessarily because people enjoy cruelty. Evolution trained our minds to prioritize unexpected and emotionally charged information. making dramatic stories far more memorable than ordinary ones. Another powerful reason people gossip is uncertainty. Humans dislike unanswered questions. When information is incomplete, our brains instinctively begin filling in the missing pieces. Imagine seeing two coworkers arguing quietly in the hallway. Without knowing the truth, people begin creating explanations. Soon, those guesses become conversations, and those conversations slowly transform into rumors. In many cases, gossip begins not with bad intentions, but with curiosity. Unfortunately, curiosity mixed with assumptions can quickly distort reality. Social status also plays a surprisingly important role. Throughout history, possessing valuable information often increased a person's influence within a group. Someone who always knew what was happening became an important source of knowledge. Even today, many people unconsciously feel more significant when they share exclusive information before anyone else. Being the first to reveal a surprising story can create a temporary sense of importance and social recognition. This desire isn't always deliberate, but it quietly motivates countless conversations every single day. Modern technology has dramatically amplified this ancient instinct. In the past, gossip spread from one village to another over weeks or months. Today, a single rumor can travel across the world within minutes. Social media platforms reward emotional reactions, controversial headlines, and sensational stories with more visibility. As a result, gossip has evolved into something much larger than private conversations. Millions of strangers now participate in discussions about celebrities, influencers, politicians, and ordinary people they've never even met. The psychological mechanisms remain the same, but the scale has become unprecedented. Ironically, many people claim they dislike gossip while actively participating in it. This contradiction reveals something fascinating about human psychology. Most individuals don't view their own conversations as gossip. Instead, they describe them as concern, analysis, or simply sharing information. We naturally judge our own intentions more kindly than we judge those of others. This cognitive bias allows gossip to continue even among people who sincerely believe they avoid it. The real danger of gossip appears when accuracy becomes less important than excitement. Every time a story passes from one person to another, small details tend to change. Memories are imperfect, emotions influence perception, and personal opinions quietly reshape facts. Eventually, the final version may barely resemble the original event. Entire reputations can be damaged by stories that began with a simple misunderstanding. This is why responsible communication requires skepticism, patience, and empathy before accepting or repeating dramatic claims. Yet eliminating gossip entirely would probably be impossible, and perhaps even undesirable. Conversations about other people help societies establish shared values, recognize trustworthy behavior, and discourage actions that harm the community. The challenge isn't stopping gossip altogether, but transforming how we use it. Instead of spreading assumptions, we can share verified information. Instead of celebrating someone's failure, we can highlight inspiring examples. Instead of fueling conflict, conversations can strengthen understanding. Perhaps the most important lesson is this: gossip reveals as much about the speaker as it does about the person being discussed. The stories we choose to repeat reflect our values, our priorities, and even our character. Every conversation is an opportunity to build trust or destroy it, to encourage kindness or amplify negativity. The next time someone leans closer and whispers, "Did you hear what happened?" Take a moment before listening or speaking. Ask yourself whether the information is true, necessary, and helpful. Because while gossip may be one of humanity's oldest instincts, wisdom lies in deciding which stories deserve to travel further. And perhaps that's the greatest secret of all. Not why people love gossip, but why the rare individuals who choose their words carefully are often the ones others trust the most.